Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. But guys, another match for the WBE. The Minnesota Vikavolts are taking on the New York Marauders and coach Mr. Talent and the Talent Squad. It's looking to be a pretty awesome matchup, so be sure to show some love on that like button down below. If you guys didn't hear, my wife and I have our beautiful baby daughter Dallas. This is actually the first video I'm recording since her birth. You guys will probably see it. It'll be about a week after she's born. I'm kind of taking some time away from Twitch and YouTube for a little bit, but I'm going to slowly start to ease back into things. So you probably have seen a bunch of videos from my friends on the channel, but I do plan on continuing the battles. So I'm trying to fit in all my battles as best I can. It's a little tricky and I'm pretty tired because if you didn't know, having a newborn means you don't sleep a ton. Luckily, she's been super duper great, and you know, we've been able to get some sleep, but it's definitely not my norm. But we're getting adjusted, so it's pretty cool. And I'm excited to be back to doing some battles and stuff. So this match will be pretty fun. I didn't have a match against last week against Chase because his computer is actually broken, so I wasn't able to battle him. It had really nothing to do with the baby, sort of. So his computer's broken. So we're gonna rematch later in the season at some point, whenever he has time. His computer's fixed, and whenever I have time, deal with everything else. So you'll probably get that match some midweek at some point. But otherwise, no team builder, as you can probably guess, and I'll just run through the team really quickly. I had a bunch of my buddies help me out with this one. I actually did come up with, I kind of built like 4 weeks of battles ahead, actually, with some outlines, and then my buddies helped me with like tweaking things, so just because I didn't have a ton of time. So let's talk about what we got here. I've got a ALOLA Ninetales here, which is running Choice Scarf, something I love to do, man. I've run a lot of Choice Scarf Ninetales in the past. Hidden Power Ground for Heatran, Freeze Dry, Moonblast, Blizzard, you know, standard stuff. The reason why we're running this is to outspeed things like Scarf Mienshao, Scarf, you know, Nidoking, outspeed a Sharpedo at +1, things like that. So you can't just protect. I could Freeze Dry him, do some damage, or Moonblast to him. Really, really nice. Freeze Dry doesn't do a ton of my low deck, maybe like 30%, but with Hail and Rocks, it potentially could be a 2-shot. We've got our Shaman here, which is a modest Life Orb Shaman, really offensive with Hidden Power Ground, Earth Power, Hidden Power Poison, Earth Power, and Seed Flare with the Healing Wish there for support. Rest is kind of cool, but I actually think that Shaman's going to be used to break and then come back in, Healing Wish up something else later, so I didn't really feel like I needed Rest. I kind of like Healing Wish on this set, and I like it on my team. But this thing is so good, dude. I outspeed max speed Nidoking. He does outspeed with Sigilyph, but I wasn't too concerned. And he doesn't really have a good switch into this thing, honestly. Like, if this thing comes in and clicks Seed Flare, something really takes a lot of damage there. And if his Bulu's not Assault Vest or Kebia Berry, Hidden Power Poison is going to do a lot to that thing. So aside from like a Noivern, he doesn't really have a ton of good answers to Shaman offensively. Lego's making his debut. We got the Druddigon here, Impish, Rough Skin, Rocky Helmet, standard Rocky Helmet, Druddigon of course, with the Gunk Shot, Earthquake, Roar, Stealth Rocks. This is probably my lead to set up rocks. I love the Rocky Helmet in this match for Sharpedo. I love the Rocky Helmet for things like Bulu primarily. Obviously being Dragon type, we resist its grass coverage. He could have Dazzling Gleam, but we're actually EV'd to be able to live 2 Dazzling Gleams from a hasty Tapu Bulu, so kind of some cool stuff there. We also punish things like U-turning, like Mienshao trying to re-U-turn or whatever, or if Slurpuff wants to hit me, if he gets the belly drum up, if it get a little damage on him, that Rough Skin Rocky Helmet damage could actually come in a lot of pretty clutch actually. So yeah, otherwise Gunk Shot is the key is I gotta keep something like Slurpuff from setting up because that's gonna be really problematic for my team. I've got Gyarados here, or Mega Gyarados. We're rocking Careful, max HP. We're pretty specially defensive. This thing is actually kind of my Noivern check. It can switch into Noivern pretty well. It can handle things like Nidoking relatively well. Obviously, you could have Thunderbolt, but it's hard for him to just click that against me, I feel like. But sub, Dragon Dance, Iron Head Crunch, no water move. He's gonna obviously expect that I have a water move, but you know, so when I bring it in on Heatran or something like that, or Nidoking, but I don't, so that's fair. But either way, we have a lot of bulk, a lot of special bulk, obviously, and that's going to allow us to take on that Nidoking a little bit better. He's obviously got that guessing game that he's got to play with superpower and stuff, so we can live those hits, though, and do a good amount of damage back with Crunch. Substitutes there for my Lodic, so he could have Haze, but he doesn't really have a way to break my substitute. We've got Reuniclus here, leads the team in kills. We got that Nuke, running kind of a cool set, Psychic, Hidden Power Ground, Trick Room, Signal Beam, so pretty much what I've been bringing with the Trick Room stuff. I really like the Hidden Power Ground Signal Beam combination. Alternatively, I could have brought Shadow Ball Focus Blast, which would have been better for like Sigilyph and stuff, but I didn't want to risk missing. I felt like I need Signal Beam to be able to one-shot the Sharpedo. I can't risk missing a Focus Blast against that thing. It'll cost me the game, man. Hidden Power Ground does a lot to Heatran, so it does a good enough, and we have a good amount of bulk. And then last but not least is our Jenga here, our Stagataka. Bring in Trick Room, Gyro Ball, Stomping Tantrum, Toxic. For those who don't know, Grassy Terrain reduces the power of Earthquake, so we're going to bring Stomping Tantrum instead to hit that Heatran. Gyro Ball actually just destroys things. We're very physically defensive, actually. We have a ton of HP. We're not the beast boosting, attack boosting stat. As you can see, my defense stat is much higher than my attack stat. The reason for that is because I want to make sure that this thing guaranteed lives a +6 Adamant Slurpuff Drain Punch, dude. Like, I know that's crazy, but I just don't want to lose to Slurpuff in this game, and I feel like he could easily bring that thing with Play Rough, Drain Punch, Belly Drum, and like Sticky Webs, and like do so much work. So I wanted to make sure I had something for that. But Gyro Ball, even without much attack investment, destroys so much of his team. Toxic's there for things like Milotic just to wear him down, but he doesn't really have the best switch-ins. You know, he doesn't have a really good rock switch in either. Like, Stone Edge would have done so much, but I really felt like that Chobo Berry was clutch. It helps me against things like Noivern, like I said, helps me against things like Tapu Bulu with Superpower. Guarantees my Trick Room, which is nice. So a couple different options there. You can see on the screen what I expected to bring: Tapu Bulu, Milotic, Heatran, Slurpuff, Nidoking, Mega Sharpedo. In terms of other things, I could see the Mienshao coming. I could see potentially Sigilyph, not really. I don't foresee Electrode coming. I just don't think Electrode's that great against me, but maybe he goes that route. Noivern, I do think actually is a very possible bring, and I could see Kamala. I think he had a tough time prepping for me though, because I could have seen, I honestly think Lando had a good matchup. I think I could have easily brought Empoleon. I definitely could have brought Vikavolt or Drapion. Like, every single mon except for maybe Girder I felt like was really good this match. So I feel like he's going to have a little bit of a tough time prepping for me, but I went with more of this Trick Room options because I knew Sticky Web could have been a threat, and I think that Reuniclus or Stakataka could win this game pretty easily, and I have things like Shaman to break his team down. I have things like Ninetales, so we're pretty offensive this week. So that's the team builder. I'm going to get connected with Drew here. We're going to have some fun. Let's have a good battle. I hope you guys enjoy. Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the match. Alright guys, we are connected. Let's find out exactly what 6 Pokemon Drew is going to be bringing in this battle. Definitely expecting to see Bulu, Milotic, Nidoking, maybe Sharpedo. I think he's got some tough things to think about, as I mentioned kind of in our little mini builder there. Just saying, like, you know, he's got a lot of things to be worried about. I felt like Drapion had a really good matchup this week. I felt like Empoleon could have very well have been brought to the team just to kind of sponge hits and like serve as a middle ground, but I felt like going a more offensive route was going to be a little bit better. Looks like we have he had to reconnect, so we'll be back in a second here. All right, now we're set. He just had a little technical issue there, but we should be good to go. So let's find out exactly which 6 Pokemon he's bringing. I kind of already talked a little bit about kind of what I'm expecting here, but I do think there's viability for things like Noivern and stuff like that, but we'll see what he decides to do. I think he's gonna expect a different team from me though, for sure. So he does bring Electrode, does bring Mienshao, does not bring Nidoking. I'm okay with that. I actually am really happy with that. Nidoking's so scary. Does bring, okay, yeah, so kind of a lot of what I expected, which is fine. Was a little surprised to see Electrode though, just being honest. There's Electrode, okay. So we got Electrode on there. So let me just make some notes here. No Slurpuff, he brings Electrode, so I don't have to worry about that. And he doesn't have Nidoking, he's got Mienshao, which is also fine. So in terms of my lead, I do really like Druddigon lead. You know, I resist the Electrode hit. He has no way to remove hazards. If he leads Mienshao, I mean, he's going to be running into, you know, Rocky Helmet Rough Skin. So I think just getting up rocks right off the bat is just really valuable for me. I don't really see any reason not to. Like, if he leads Heatran, I can Earthquake it if he doesn't have Air Balloon. So I really like that matchup. And again, I can sponge some hits from the Electrode too. I think one thing I got to make sure I do, though, is keep Gyarados as healthy as possible, because it's going to be one of my main ways to deal with Sharpedo, especially mid-late game, if I do not, you know, if I can't get Trick Room up. So we'll have to be really careful there, because he can burn my Trick Room turns with Sharpedo Protect, so we have to like be super cautious there. You know, and Sharpedo does a lot of damage to my team, so you know, we just gotta keep Gyarados around. Gyarados is like such a great response to it though. His only rocker is the Heatran too, so that's something to note as well. So if he wants to get rocks against me, it's only gonna be the Heatran that's gonna do it. So let's see if he leads Electrode or Mienshao, maybe Heatran. Again, I like my Druddigon matchup against pretty much everything minus like a Milotic lead, but I'm just gonna go for rocks, I think, either way. So let's go for Legos here. Even if he's got like Ice Fang or something, not a huge deal. He's gonna leave with Electrode. Again, even if he has like HP Ice, unless he's like Choice Specs HP Ice, it's really not a big deal. He can go for a Volt Switch here, try to Volt Switch out into something. But like I said, even like a Volt Switch doesn't really do a ton. Hidden Power Ice coming from, you know, he's gonna be like 28%. So to me, it's just getting a rocks here is just really valuable. So I'm just gonna go for that. We'll see if he just goes for a quick Volt Switch. No, he's gonna go for a taunt, so that's fine. No big deal there. I'm assuming he is gonna Volt Switch now. So I kind of like the Gunk Shot option here. Because I could potentially poison the Milotic coming in, and I don't think he goes Heatran here. So I think he just Volt Switch out into something. So I'm gonna go for the Gunk Shot, potentially He's got the hidden power ice. That's fine. And that does a good chunk, so he's life orb. Yep. Okay. And I get my gunk shot off, and we're gonna do a lot of damage to him. Do I get a poison? I do. Sweet. So he's poisoned, and he's very weak. Obviously, he can go for a hidden power ice again. The question is, do I want to save this thing at this point in the match here? I mean, I could easily go into Ninetales here and start firing out freeze dries. Kind of save my Legos to potentially get up rocks later. Or I just get rid of his Electrode now. I mean, I don't really have any downside to, like, switch into Ninetales at this point. Because even if he T-Bolts, it's not going to do a ton. And I think he's going to die anyway to rocks. Or to poison plus life orb. So, I feel like he HP ices again or Volt switches here. Would he Volt switch? Would he Volt switch? What do I need the least? I feel like going in Emma Frost here is a solid play, actually. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go into Emma Frost here. If he Volt switches, I can take the hit, so it's not a big deal. I kind of want to try to get rocks up later. See what he's going to do. Does he just go for the HP ice again, or does he Volt switch out? Either way, this thing is so low, so he might actually have self-destruct as well. Something I didn't really think of. He's going to Volt switch. Okay. So we see most of this thing's set. He does a good chunk to us. He's going to lose life orb. And he's sitting at so low health. He's going to pretty much go down to one more turn of poison. So what is he going to go into here? Ideally, he goes into like Mienshao. And he's like Scarf Mienshao. I think he just goes Milotic though. But if he goes Milotic, I just go into Shaman. And I can start clicking Seed Flare. Which I feel like he goes into Electrode at that point. But even so, he just sacks off Electrode probably. And yeah, the Mienshao is going to be tough. I don't really have the best switch into that thing. So that thing's going to be really, it's going to pressure me a lot. But once I get Trick Room up, Reuniclus puts in a lot of work. So, do wish I could have got rocks up. I wish I like thought of Taunt and just went for the Earthquake. I figured he would just Volt Switch out, but that's okay. We would have knocked out, we would have saved so much health, dude. But it's okay. Taunt was a good play. Lead Taunt. Like, rocks aren't super good against him. They don't hit anything super effectively. I just felt like that little bit of chip damage would have been nice on things like Milotic. So we'll see what he's going to do here. I feel like there's a chance if he Scarf Mienshao, he goes into that right now. He's going to go Heatran. Does he have Air Balloon? Let's find out. He's going to take hail damage. He's not Air Balloon. Okay, so I can actually just go for Hidden Power Ground. And just see. I mean, like, standard Heatran, we're not doing that much to him, actually. Why are we doing so little? Hidden Power Ground does that little to him? Really? This thing's bulky, dude. Hidden Power Ground does that little to him. Okay, well then I'm probably gonna switch here then. He can try to get up his own rocks here. I kind of want to save my Ninetales, so I think I can go into Shrimp here. And I can start to pressure him, because he's obviously going to be expecting a potential... well, does he go for a fire move here? Couple different options. I can go Legos. I can also go Shrimp. I don't want to get burned with a Lava Plume, though. Legos seems like a kind of a good middle ground. I kind of want to go Legos here. I don't want to go Meadow and take a Lava Plume to the face. I just feel like that's a really bad play. Because he has a pretty safe Lava Plume here. I'm going to go Shrimp. He could set up his rocks. This will get in before rocks. I just feel like the Lava Plume burn could be really annoying. But I think that this is the safest play. Because I don't think I should go into Shaman here. And I don't think I should go into Drudagon in case he goes for rocks. He does go for rocks. Okay. So he gets his rocks up. I don't have mine up, which is annoying. But now he's pressured. With the potential... And he knows I'm faster. He's pressured with a potential... whatchamacallit here? Waterfall or Dragon Dance. So... I could potentially go for his, a Dragon Dance and just see what he wants to do. He could have Roar. If he roars me, it's not the end of the world. He very well could have Roar, but he's running the risk of me just Hydro Pumping him when he has a Milotic switch in that's pretty safe. What am I doing to Milotic at +1? Am I able to two-shot that thing? I don't think so. Not even close. But he shouldn't be able to do anything to me. All he could do is Haze. And I can set up all over him. I'm pretty sure. Let's go for the Dragon Dance. I'm not going to Mega Evolve, though. I'm not going to Mega Evolve. I'm just going to Dragon Dance. He's going to stay in, so he very well may go for Roar here. Or Toxic. Would I see a Toxic, you think? Taunt. Okay, that's fine. Taunt ran. I mean, I knew I was faster, so that's fine with me. Now I can just go for Crunch, and I can get some big damage off on this Heatran here. So I'm like not too upset about that situation. Do I Mega Evolve though in Crunch? I think I should. I lose out on my Intimidate, but I also remove... Yeah, I think we Mega Evolve in Crunch now. That way if he goes Milotic, I have potentially a chance to two-shot him with Hail. He's gonna switch out. I'm gonna get Mega Evolve and get a Crunch off on something. It might be the Electrode. No, he goes Milotic. Okay, so this is where Rocks would have been really nice, because Rocks actually would have guaranteed this two-shot. If he's not fully physically defensive, though, we have a good chance here to still two-shot him with Hail. So we'll see right now. Gyarados doing a good job, though, of pressuring him. So that's really nice. We'll get a nice Crunch off here. And we'll see how much this does. So he's fully physically defensive, but I get a huge defense drop there. I get a huge, huge, huge defense drop there. Okay. So now, and he's burned, so he actually is the Flame Orb variant. Okay. Which is good to know. He's sitting at about 50%. I don't want to get burned right now, but at the same time, I'm in a situation where I could just Crunch again and maybe get a high roll and knock him out. So I feel like I have to go for it. Milotic is such a huge ball. I'm going to go for it. He's going to switch out. He might go Tapu here. He's going to go Electro and just sack it off. Okay, just please don't static me, dude. I'd be pretty upset about that, actually. Gyarados kills Electrode with... He's got Aftermath. Okay, that's fine. With Crunch. Okay, so Electrode's gone. Alright, we got rid of that thing. And we saw the Milotic was Flame Orb. And he's at about 50%. Okay. So, and we're +1 right now, so I'm in an okay spot. Would he go Bulu? He's gonna go Bulu. Is it Scarf Bulu? I have Iron Head. And I'm +1. Do I knock him out at +1 Iron Head? I don't. But I do a lot to him. If he's not HP invested, I have a chance to like knock him out. Tough call, man. Tough call, because I feel like Sharpedo could run through me if I don't, but I think I gotta go for the Iron Head here. I'm gonna take a risk. I should be faster than him. I doubt he's Scarfed. I'm gonna go for the Iron Head. I hope I don't regret this play. Is he Scarf Bulu? If he's Scarf Bulu, I can set up on him with one of my Trick Roomers, so let's go for the Iron Head. We have a 30% chance to flinch him. There's a chance we can, I don't think we're gonna knock him out. And he could knock himself out to Woodhammer or Horn Leech. I don't know, man. Maybe I should have just went Druddigon or Shaman. But I hope I don't regret this, man, because I felt like Gyarados is already at half, but I have Healing Wish, man. I think I just made a misplay. I don't think I should have Iron Head, but we might get a flinch, so he may switch out too, like he may double, predicting a switch. I don't know. I think that was a mistake. I think I just made a mistake. I should have thought that through a little bit more. I had plenty of time. That's all right though. I'm like trying to go offensive with Gyarados here because he is +1, but he's got to be afraid that I'm max attack though, because I'm not. I'm like not that offensive. I'm actually more bulky. If I was max attack, I would actually knock him out here. So that is something to make note of. So he's got to be fearing that. Depends on how bulky he is. I don't know. Does he predict the Iron Head here though? Like, dude. I don't know. He could also go Milotic. Like Milotic is a pretty safe play, I feel like. Like, it's a pretty safe play to go Milotic. I'm gonna get the Iron Head off. Let's see how much it does, dude. If I get a flinch or not. No, he's gonna be Calm Mind Bulu, but dude, that works out amazingly. Okay, that is amazing for me. He's Calm Mind Bulu, but dude, I don't even care. Really cool set though. He brought Calm Mind Bulu because of my Intimidators, and he's probably got Dazzling Gleam. But we're in a great spot right now, and he's leftovers Calm Mind. Okay, he's sitting about 45. Okay, so I get to freely here click Iron Head again, even though I know he's going into Milotic. I don't see any reason why I don't just click Iron Head here, to be honest. Because even if he goes into Milotic, I can substitute up on Milotic. He can haze me, but he can't do anything else. So I'm going to go for the Iron Head here. I don't want to over-predict. We've got him in a situation where his team is really weak and this Bulu's down to like 30%, 45%, let's say 40. I mean, the Heatran's at full, the Mancha's at full, Sharpedo's at full. And Shrimp is in a really good spot here. Nothing wants to switch into this thing. Like I said, he can go Milotic, but Milotic is weakened, so You know, I can set up a substitute on that thing. I am getting grassy terrain recovery as well, which is super nice. So I can substitute up and really take any hit from my Melodic. He's not going to be able to break my substitute with that thing. So that works out really well. Calm Mind Bulu. He must have expected the switch into Drudagon, and then he would have been able to Calm Mind and then Dazzling Gleam, which was a really good play. Also allows him to take on things like Shaman really well. So as crazy as it might seem, like, I actually feel like it's a decent option. And honestly, Bulu's got like a decent special attack if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it's bad. It's 85. It's really not bad. Like, so he's probably Giga Drain, Dazzling Gleam, Calm Mind, and then some sort of other coverage. I don't know, Nature's Madness or whatever. But I really like where we're sitting right now, and he has not seen Substitute yet. So I feel like if he goes Milotic, I'm in an okay spot because I can just sub on that thing. All right, he is going to go into Mienshao. So Mienshao's going to take a big hit to the face here. He's going to take an Iron Head to the face. And that is going to knock it all the way down. I am faster because the grassy terrain is going to activate first. And I can just, I know I'm faster, so I can just freely Iron Head again. Or I can actually crunch to protect my switch here. Or to protect the switch here. Because I'm pretty sure at +1, we're going to be able to do a lot of damage to Mienshao. I mean, I think I just go for the Iron Head to be safe, but Crunch should actually do like 50%. Yeah, Crunch definitely knocks him out from here. I'm gonna go for the Crunch. In case he switches again. He might be Regenerator, yeah. So he's gonna switch out into the Bulu. Okay, that's fine. So he's kind of switching around here, kind of scouting out my set. I get the Crunch off, no big deal. I know I can Iron Head again, so it's fine. I don't know if he's trying to stall the terrain or what he's trying to do, but I'm getting more health back here, which is awesome for me. So I'm okay with this. And his Bulu ends up in about the same situation he was at before, so that's fine. And the Mienshao was sitting at like 45%. Okay. I'm just gonna go for an Iron Head this time. I don't think Crush is good enough. I feel like in his situation, like, I don't know what he does here. Yeah, we're gonna knock him out. So Gyarados picking up 2 kills here. Iron Head. Okay, so Bulu's gone. And we're almost at full. Like, that is incredible, dude. And we're faster than Mienshao. Here comes Milotic, which I can just substitute on this thing. I don't know how he breaks that, so I'm just gonna go for substitute. Because he could have like Scald and try to burn me or something. But this thing gets Haze, but it doesn't get Roar, so I'm okay with this. He's got Dragon Tail, but I think it has to break the sub to switch you out, I'm pretty sure. Correct. Nice. Nice. So he has nothing. I think we might be able to win this game with just Gyarados right now. To be honest, I don't know if he can break my substitute. I'm gonna Dragon Dance again, and now we just set up all over his face. Dude, this is why I drafted Mega Gyarados, man. Right here, this moment. Like, this thing is such an absolute monster if you get it set up, and it's like super predictable, right? It like almost runs like the same set every single week, but it's just so good at how just how I don't know, like how bulky it is naturally. Like Dragon Tail is like, oh my god, it does 7%, dude. He has no way to break my substitute. I think he has to like go Heatran to break my substitute. I don't know, like he probably knows that his Sharpedo does resist my dual stab now at least. But he's gonna let me Dragon Dance, so I'm gonna Dragon Dance again. He could have Haze. I don't know if he has Haze and Dragon Tail. I have a hard time thinking he's gonna have both. But we're gonna find out in a second. If he does, it's fine. It just slows things down. He's gonna Scald. That's fine. And I think I go one more Dragon Dance here, because he's not gonna be able to break my substitute. I think I just go for Dragon Dance again. I want to make sure that I can beat the Sharpedo in one shot. I need to see where I need to be to do that. We're gonna Dragon Dance again. Sharpedo. How much am I doing in Mega Sharpedo? I'm at +3 now. If I go +4, we one-shot with Crunch. He's gonna Scald again. I don't think he's gonna be able to break my sub here. Still didn't break my sub. Okay. I'm going +4. I'm going +4. We're gonna Dragon Dance again. So get us to +4. And then I can just sub again. So I think we're gonna have this one. Gyarados at +4 against Sharpedo. Should be able to one-shot him. He's gonna Scald again. I don't even know. This should break the sub this time. I think he breaks it this time. I mean, I'm so bulky though. Yeah, he did break it this time. I brought the bulky, careful nature, especially defensive, Gyarados here. So now I'm gonna sub again. So that way he can't Dragon Tail me out. And dude, specially defensive Gyarados, man. I've got max HP, careful nature with 76 special defense EVs. A little bit of speed there, which was actually more for Noivern than anything after Dragon Dance, but I think I'm in situation. Let me just double check one more time. I don't want to be greedy here. I'm gonna go +5. I'm gonna do one more Dragon Dance just to ensure that I one-shot the Sharpedo. But this should be it here. I can just click Iron Head and Crunch on the rest of the team, and we should be good to go. So I don't think there's any way he breaks my sub at this point. And my man Shrimp doing what he does best here. Coming in, clicking Dragon Dance, and using that incredible bulk and just great typing to put in the work here. So we're gonna Crunch now. And it's looking pretty good for us, man. It's looking pretty good for us. So, Gyarados kills Milotic with Crunch. Okay. Dude, the grassy terrain actually ended up helping us so much. It got us a lot of health back and really gave us that opportunity. And that was, like, it's not that he didn't, like, he had prep, dude. Like, he had the, was he regen? Yeah, he was regen on his Mienshao. Okay. I'm just gonna Iron Head here. Doesn't really matter, though. He could have Fake Out, I guess. Fake Out and then Aqua Jet and stuff. He is gonna Fake Out. Okay. I don't think this breaks the sub, though. Oh, it does. Okay, so he does break the substitute. He's gonna lose some of his HP because he's Life Orb, but Iron Head comes through, so Gyarados kills Mienshao with Iron Head. Okay. And one of the things that I think is super valuable, I'm not sure if it's terrain or if it was hail, but one of the situations where he brought Mienshao in, I didn't know if he was Life Orb or Scarf or whatever, and we were able to actually determine what his set was because of the, like, paying attention to hail / grassy terrain. So Gyarados kills Heatran with Crunch. So that's pretty solid. And then the last thing is the Sharpedo, which should die to Crunch. We are +5 Gyarados here. Crunch does 106 to 126 to Sharpedo, which is why I went for the extra Dragon Dances to just ensure the KO, because Sharpedo is actually really scary. If for some reason he's bulky and lives this, Druddigon should be able to kill him with the Rocky Helmet, so. But Sharpedo is actually really scary against me. So I think, we'll see if he goes for Protect or what he's gonna do here. Or if he just lets me knock him out with Crunch. But we should be able to knock him out here. I'm just gonna go for Crunch. This should do enough, let's find out. And yeah, he's really frail, man. But we had to go, like I said, I didn't have a lot of offensive investment, so. Sharpedo with Crunch. So GG's, man, to Mr. Talent. Sorry about the 6-0, dude. I know those stink, man. I've been on the other end of them. Gyarados is just such a huge threat, and I'm kind of bummed I didn't get to show off the rest of the team. I only, didn't really need to use Reuniclus or Stag Attacker or Shaman, but nevertheless, like, Gyarados just really put in some work, and it wasn't that he didn't prep for it. He did have the answers for it. I got that Electrode weakens enough that he really couldn't do much to me, and again, I brought a pretty unconventional Gyarados. Like, I had the Iron Head, which I don't think he expected. I didn't have water coverage, despite the fact that he had, a Nidoking and a Heatran, like, so some things like that, you know what I mean? So anyway, that's that, guys. Thank you so much for watching this battle. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, kind of bear with me over the next few weeks as I kind of get back into everything. Obviously, with the baby, things are a little different, man. It's great, dude. I love being a dad, and I just love her so much. But I'm definitely more tired than normal, and it's a lot of work, man. So just bear with me for a little bit. But I hope you guys enjoyed the battle. Maybe being a father will be good luck. Or maybe just 1-6-0. So I'll take it, man. Props to Drew, though, guys. He's a great guy, and show him some love, man. I love his logo. I have his T-shirt, man. It's one of my favorite logos. So show him some love, and I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.
Thanks so much for checking out my last video. If you like that one, you'll definitely like this one, and be sure to subscribe for more as I post Pokemon videos every single day.